Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to create vertex effect in Photoshop. And also, we will dive deeper into using type tool, pen tool, brush tool, creating brush preset, or using define brush preset. So let's get started! So here in our document, I prepared here an image of this fur texture. And not only that, I'm also going to the file, select new. For the resolution, I'm gonna set this one to 400 pixels per centimeter. For the width, I'm going to set this one to 3400 pixels for the width, and for the height with the 2400 pixels. Alright, then I'm going to select on create. Now this will serve as our original document. So the first step we're gonna do here is we're going to make use of the type tool. So going on to the toolbar, let's go and find the type tool. It shows this icon, or you can just press T for the shortcut key. Then, for the options panel, I'm going to set the font to bubblegum. I'm also going to set the color to black. And for the size, we can adjust that later on. Alright. So I'm just going to set the first to 11. Now let's add the text layer. So all I have to do is so I'm just going to click on the Canva. Alright, there you go. So that we already create that text layer. Now I'm going to write down text fur. Now let's rescale and reposition this one. So going on to the layers panel, click on the text layer, press Ctrl plus T for the transformation command. Now once the transformation command is out, let's start increasing the size to something like this. Okay, now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to bring the fur layer here. So going on to the window of the fur texture. Alright, so I'm going to press V, okay, for the move tool, and then click, hold it, and drag it on our original document to something like this. Alright, now this time, I'm just going to increase the size of this. So as you can see, the transformation command on this fur texture. Now I'm going to just increase the size. So actually, I give an allowance to every edges of it from the text. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. Well, moving back, the next step we're going to do here is we're going to mask this fur layer from the text layer. So how to do that? All I have to do is to make a selection of the text layer. So to do that, all I have to do is to press Ctrl, go to the layers panel, and click on the layer mask thumbnail of the text layer while holding Ctrl. So once I did that, you can see there's a selection around the text. See? Now, selected on the fur texture. Now, let's go to layer mask icon. Yes, this one. And click it. All right. So once I did that, it turns into this. The next step we're going to do here is we're going to create a brush preset for the edges of this text. So to do that, going on to the menu bar, go to File, then select on New. Then this time, for the resolution, I'm going to set this one to 300 pixels per centimeter for the width of 2400 pixels and the height of 2400 pixels as well. Then, for the background content, is set to white. Then hit create. So this new tab will appear. All right, so let's just increase the size. Now the next step here is we're going to make use of the brush tool. So going on to the toolbar, let's go on the brush tool. So it shows this icon, or you can just press B for the shortcut key. Then, for the options panel, I'm going to click on this icon. All right, this is to toggle the brush setting. All right, so actually once I click that, on the right side of our screen, this brush setting panel should appear. And then for the setting, I'm going to click on the brush tip shape. For the size, I'm going to set this one to 50 pixels. For the hardness, I'm going to set this one to 100%. And for the spacing, just to 1%. And then, let's go to Shape Dynamics. All you have to do is make sure that to tick on this box, right? Click on the Shape Dynamics for us to make some changes. Then, for the size jitter, set this one to 0%. For the control, click on this arrow down, then set this one to pen pressure. For the minimum diameter, set this one to 0%. For the angles jitter, 0%. Roundness jitter, 0%. So once set, this time we're going to make use of the pen tool. So going on to the toolbar, let's go and find the pen tool. It shows this icon. or you can just press P for the shortcut key. Then, this time we're going to create curved lines. So going on to the toolbar, make sure that this one is set to path. Now, click to create a path. Then, let's click and hold and drag this one going up or down for us to create a curvy path, something like this. All right. Now, right click on the path, then select on stroke path. So this stroke path window will appear. I'm going to set the tool to brush, okay? Then take on the simulate pressure. Once all set, hit OK. So once I did that, it created this kind of curved lines. See? All right, now let's create another one. So all I have to do is to press backspace to remove those work path. All right, so let's do the same thing. Click to create a work path, then click and drag to create a curvy work path. Now right click on it and then select stroke path. Just the same thing we did. Tool to brush, simulate pressure, and hit OK. So I'll be adding more curved lines like this randomly. Okay, so I already created something like this, like around 7 curve lines. Okay, now we're going to define this one as a brush preset. So to do that, going on to the menu bar, go to Edit, then find on Define Brush Preset. So let's name this brush as the fur brush. All right, so and then hit OK. So once I did that, as you can see on my brush tool, I already have this kind of brush. Next up here, let's go back to our original document. Then let's bring back the selection around the text. So to do that, press Ctrl, going on to the Layers panel, click on the Layer Mask thumbnail of the text fur layer. All right, click that. So as you can see that the selection is already there. Now, next step here, let's go to the toolbar and let's just click on the Marquee tool. Just make it active. All right, because for this reason, is we're going to create a work path around the selection. Now, right click, then find on Make Work Path. So this Make Work Path window will appear. For the tolerance, I'm going to set this one to 1.0 pixels. Then hit OK. All right, so once I did that, as you can see, it creates a work path around the text. Then let's go to the brush tool again. Okay, so click on the brush tool or press B for the shortcut key. Now we're going to do some changes on the brush setting. So on the right side, let's go again to the brush setting panel. For the shape dynamics, click on that. I'm going to set the size jitter into the fullest amount. For the angle jitter, set this one to 100% as well. All right, so we already have this brush on this part. All right, on this down here. All right, then let's also go to the scattering. All right, so let's switch this one. Click this box. Click on the scattering for the setting. I'm going to increase this one. I'm going to set this one to about 50%. For the count jitter, I'm going to also increase this one just to 10. And then go to the brush tip shape. For the size, I'm just going to set the size just into amount of 35 pixels. And also, for the spacing, I'm just going to set this one to 1%. Now, once all said and done, let's go to the toolbar and let's get on the pen tool. For the foreground color, make sure that it's set to white. Now, right-click on the work path, then select on stroke path. So this stroke path window will appear. For the tool, I'm going to set this one to brush, tick on the simulate pressure, then hit OK. All right, so to remove the work path, all I have to do is to press backspace. Now, looking at the edges of this text layer, this one creates this kind of this fur around the text. And there you have it. And that is how to create fur text effect in Photoshop.